Welcome to online classes. In last two classes we find the inverse trigonometric function, that is up to sec inverse. Now the last one, that is we have to find inverse of cosec function. See, we know that cosec function can be written as, how to write cosec function? Cosec x can be written as 1 by sin x, right? So cosec x only defined if sin x value is not equal to 0. When sin x is not equal to 0, x equal to if x equal to n pi, then sin x will be 0 and cosec x not defined, right? So we have to exclude that point. So domain of cosec is r minus set of all x such that x equal to n pi where n belongs to z. And what about range? R minus open interval minus 1 to 1. This graph we already studied in the first year, that is cosec 0 not defined, cosec pi by 2 1 and cosec pi not defined. Again first and second quadrant cosec positive, in third and fourth cosec negative. So in third and fourth, the graph gradually increases from minus infinity to minus 1 and decreases from minus 1 to minus infinity. Now if we take as such, see the graph. See here the value of cosec at minus 3 pi by 2 and pi by 2 both are same, right? See here cosec minus 3 pi by 2 equal to cosec pi by 2, both the values equal to 1, but minus 3 pi by 2 is not equal to pi by 2, therefore cosec function is not 1 1 for this domain, right? So we have to divide this domain into several intervals, so that if we restrict the domain into one of such intervals, inverse of cosec will be defined. See here I will divide the interval like this: closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, but in between at 0 the function is not defined. So I will divide the domain of cosec like this: closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 minus 0, or pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. At pi the cosec function is not defined, so we have to exclude that point. So or pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 minus pi, whereas here like this minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2 excluding minus pi, that is minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2 minus pi. So if I divide the domain of cosec into these such intervals and restrict the domain of cosec to one of the intervals, then the function is both 1 1 and on 2, hence we can find cosec inverse. See, in this interval from minus pi by 2 to 0, the graph gradually decreases from minus 1 to minus infinity, whereas 0 to pi by 2, graph gradually decreases from infinity to 1. So there is no repetition in the values. So the function is 1 1. Now this particular value is called as principal value branch. So we have to restrict the domain of cosec to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 minus 0. What about range? It is same, that is r minus open interval minus 1 to 1. If we define cosec function like this, then inverse of cosec, that is cosec inverse exists, whereas its domain is r minus open interval -1 to 1 to this one, that is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 minus 0. So now we will do the graph of cosec inverse. X dash, y dash. Here 1 minus 1. Here pi by 2 pi, 3 pi by 2 2 pi. Here minus pi by 2 minus pi minus 3 pi by 2 and so on. Now just to tilt the graph. Now what is the value cosec 0? It is infinity, whereas cosec pi by 2 0, again at pi infinity. So graph will become like this. So this is in this way. Now it pi to 3 pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 2 pi, that is third and fourth quadrant. Here cosec function is negative, cosec pi infinity, so minus infinity, and 3 pi by 2 value is minus 1. So the graph looks like this. So this is the graph in first and up to fourth quadrant. Same graph repeats. And here minus 2 pi. Here the value like this. So this is the graph of cosec inverse function, where its domain is r minus open interval -1 to 1 and range is closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 minus set containing 0. Now we will write two properties, that is cosec of cosec inverse x equal to x, where x belongs to the domain of cosec inverse. What is domain of cosec inverse? R minus open interval -1 to 1. Now second property is cosec inverse of cosec x, which is equal to x, where x belongs to the domain, that is x belongs to closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 minus set containing 0. So these are the two properties. So now draw this table. In one column write the inverse trigonometric function, that is sin inverse up to sec inverse. In second column domain, and third one range. So what about cosec inverse? Its domain is r minus open interval -1 to 1. What about its range? Closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 minus 0. So important, this table is important for 1 marks. Question may be asked like this: what is the domain of sin inverse function, or what is the range of tan inverse function? Here either range or principal value branch. So what is the principal value branch for sec inverse function? So question may be asked like this. So draw this table, it is important. So what is domain of sine inverse? It is closed interval -1 to 1 and range is closed interval -π/2 to π/2. And cos inverse domain closed interval -1 to 1 and range is closed interval 0 to pi. And tan inverse domain is R and range is open interval -π/2 to π/2. Cot inverse domain is R, range is open interval 0 to pi. And cosec inverse domain R minus open interval -1 to 1 and range is closed interval -π/2 to π/2 minus set containing 0. And the last one, domain of sec inverse function is R minus open interval -1 to 1 and range is closed interval 0 to pi minus set containing π/2. So you have to remember this table. It's very important for 1 mark. Now we will move on to the properties of inverse trigonometric functions. Properties of inverse trigonometric functions. First property, sine inverse of -x equal to minus sine inverse x, where x belongs to closed interval -1 to 1. And second set, cosec inverse of -x equal to minus cosec inverse x, and where x belongs to R minus open interval -1 to 1. And third one, tan inverse of -x equal to minus tan inverse x, where x belongs to R. So these are the properties, first type of properties. First one, sine inverse of -x equal to minus sine inverse x, where x belongs to domain of sine inverse. Now cosec inverse of -x equal to minus cosec inverse x, where x belongs to R minus open interval -1 to 1, where x belongs to domain of cosec inverse. Now third set, tan inverse of -x equal to minus tan inverse x, where x belongs to R. Here x is belongs to the domain of tan inverse. So these are the first set of properties. Here R minus open interval -1 to 1, or we can write like this also, mod x value greater than or equal to 1, or x value greater than or equal to 1 and x value less than or equal to -1. So all the three are correct. Either you can write x belongs to R minus open interval -1 to 1, or mod x greater than or equal to 1, or x greater than or equal to 1, or x less than or equal to -1. Here question, these conditions are very very important. Question may be asked like this: for what values of x sine inverse of -x equal to minus sine inverse x? Then you have to write the answer like this, that is x belongs to closed interval -1 to 1. So you have to remember these conditions. Now we will prove one by one. So I will write this as A, B and C. So what is the first one? We have to prove sine inverse of minus x equal to minus sine inverse x, right? So I will consider, let y equal to sine inverse of minus x. In the first class I told one condition, right? If y equal to sine theta, then we can write like this, that is sine inverse y equal to theta. If y equal to sine theta, then it can be written as sine inverse of y equal to theta, or if they given sine inverse y equal to theta, then you can write y equal to sine theta. So remember this property, y equal to sine theta if and only if sine inverse of y equal to theta. The same type of property holds for all the remaining. So see this now, here y equal to sine theta if and only if sine inverse of y equal to theta, right? So here what we can write, that implies sine y equal to minus x, right? If y equal to sine inverse of minus x, then sine y will be equal to minus x. Now I will take this minus to this side, that is minus sine y will be equal to x, right? Now in first year trigonometry we learned one formula, that is sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, right? This formula we studied in first year trigonometry. So sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So in the place of minus sine theta, we can write sine of minus theta, right? So in the place of minus sine y, we can write sine of minus y equal to x, correct? Now again, sine of minus y equal to x implies minus y equal to sine inverse x. Now we will take this minus to right side, that implies y equal to minus sine inverse x. Now see, I will consider this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. Now see both equation. In first equation we get y equal to sine inverse of minus x. In second equation we got y equal to minus of sine inverse x. Here both LHS are same, right? So from equation 1 and 2 we can write like this. Therefore from equation 1 and 2 we get sine inverse of minus x equal to minus sine inverse x. See, proof is also important. Question will be asked for 2 marks, prove the property, or for 1 mark x value will be asked. So see again, we have to take, let y equal to sine inverse of minus x, then it can be written as sine y equal to minus x, then take this sign to left side, so it becomes minus sine y equal to x. Now we know that sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, so in the place of minus sine y we can write sine of minus y, so sine of minus y equal to x. Now again same first condition if we apply, that is minus y will be equal to sine inverse of x. Now take this minus to right side, it will be equal to y as equal to minus sine inverse x. Now from equation 1 and 2, sine inverse of minus x will be equal to minus sine inverse x. So this is first one. Similarly we will prove the second. is proof for B. Same type. So let, you can write y as cosec inverse of minus x and take this as equation 1. Now if y equal to cosec theta, then cosec inverse y equal to theta or vice versa. So if y equal to cosec inverse of minus x, then it can be written as cosec y as minus x. Again we have to take this minus to left side, that is minus cosec y equal to x. Again in first year trigonometry we had the property, that is cosec of minus theta is minus cosec theta. So in the place of minus cosec theta we can write cosec of minus theta. So in the place of minus cosec y we can write cosec of minus y equal to x. Again cosec of minus y equal to x implies minus y equal to cosec inverse x. Therefore now what is y value? We have to take minus to right side, that is minus cosec inverse x. Take this as equation 2. Now see both equation 1 and 2. Here y equal to cosec inverse of minus x, here y equal to minus cosec inverse x. So from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2 we get cosec inverse of minus x equal to minus cosec inverse x. So this is the proof for second one. Similarly we can prove the third one. So this one is homework for you. You have to prove tan inverse of minus x equal to minus tan inverse x. So this is first set of properties, important. Either it can be asked for 1 mark, that is value of x, or verify the properties for 2 marks. So this is regarding the first set of properties. Now we will move on to the second set of properties. That is second one. Cos inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cos inverse x, where x belongs to the domain of cos inverse, that is x belongs to closed interval minus 1 to 1. Second one, sec inverse of minus x equal to pi minus sec inverse x, where x belongs to the domain of sec inverse. What is domain of sec inverse? R minus open interval minus 1 to 1. Here also you may take like this, mod x greater than or equal to 1, or x greater than or equal to 1, or x less than or equal to minus 1. All the three are one and the same. And third one, cot inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cot inverse x, where x belongs to R. So these are the second set of properties. Similarly, we have to prove so in first one, what we have to prove? Cos inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cos inverse x. So I will consider let y equal to cos inverse of minus x. Again, we know that if y equal to cos theta, that implies cos inverse of y is theta, or cos inverse y equal to theta is given, you can write y equal to cos theta. So if y equal to cos inverse of x, what we can do? Cos y equal to minus x, right? Now we have to take this minus to the left side, that is minus cos y equal to x. Now minus cos y, see in first year trigonometry we have the property cos of minus theta is plus cos theta, so we can't take that property, but cos of pi minus theta is minus cos theta, correct? Cos of pi minus theta is minus cos theta. So for this particular problem, the first property is not useful, so we have to use the second, that is cos of pi minus theta is minus cos theta. So in the place of minus cos theta, we can write cos of pi minus theta, sorry, pi minus y here equal to x. Now pi minus y equal to cos inverse x. Now rearrange pi, if this cos inverse, it becomes minus cos inverse, and minus y becomes plus y, just rearranging the terms. So here I will take this equation as 1, this equation as 2. Now see both equation 1 and 2. Here in first equation y equal to cos inverse of minus x, whereas in second equation y equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Therefore from equation 1 and 2 we get cos inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Here we use the property cos of pi minus theta equal to minus cos theta. Similarly, we have to prove B and C. Second one is homework for you. I will do the third. Second one you have to prove, that is sec inverse of minus x equal to pi minus sec inverse x. Similar kind of proof. I will prove the third one, that is you have to prove cot inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cot inverse x. So I will take let y equal to cot inverse of minus x. Again same property, if y equal to cot theta, that implies cot inverse y equal to theta, or if we given cot inverse y equal to theta, then y equal to cot theta. So if y equal to cot inverse of minus x, we can write like this, that is cot y equal to minus x. Now we have to take this minus to the left side, that is it becomes minus cot y equal to x. Again, minus cot y minus cot y can be written as cot of pi minus y minus cot y can be written as pi minus cot, that is cot of pi minus y equal to x. It is again property cot of pi minus y that implies pi minus y equal to cot inverse x, pi minus y equal to cot inverse x. On rearranging, we get pi minus cot inverse x equal to y. Take this as equation 2 and this as equation 1. Therefore, from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, we can write cot inverse of minus x equal to minus cot inverse x. So, this is the property 3, that is cot inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cot inverse x. Again, this is also important either for 1 mark or 2 mark. For 1 mark, question may be asked like this: for what values of x the property cos inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cos inverse x holds, or question may be asked for 2 marks like this, that is verify the property sec inverse of minus x equal to pi minus sec inverse x, or prove the property cot inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cot inverse x. So, in last classes we studied the domain, range and graph of inverse trigonometric functions, right? And that table is very, very important, and learn the table and also the properties. In next class we will see the next properties of inverse trigonometric functions. Thank you.